Massachusetts. It's a couple miles from Lynn. If I walked up the street into the woods trying to rock, I could see the ocean. So I lived that close to the ocean growing up as a kid. And Saugus itself, a little town 8 miles north of Boston, was divided into sections. East Saugus, Saugus Center, Cliftondale, North Saugus, Golden Hills, North Saugus, and Lyndhurst. But Lyndhurst was divided into Lyndhurst and Blue Ridge. Dickie Mallar lived in Blue Ridge, which is only about 8 or 10 streets down that way. And Dickie was a devil. He caused me more trouble when I was a kid. And I hope he never gets a hold of any of these poems. I've written about 6 poems about him. None of them are flattering. Anyway, he came up to my house one day. He was a little overweight, and he had just enough tonnage to be, assuming. And he also played the baritone in a high school band. And he was good. And he was very good with girls, whatever that means. And so he came up to and so he walks up to Cleveland Avenue. I'm sitting on my front steps, and the poem tells the story. This is the battle of, we call them Glassies. Classy players. Unclassy, glassy players. Playing Glassies with Dickie Mallar, 1943. Now this is the middle of the war. Alone in the garage, I worked my hand through the floppy top cloth of my marble bag. We used sugar bags. Sugar came in cloth bags then, all right? 5-pound sugar bags. And we never threw, and nobody ever threw anything away. It was the war. And so my mother saved all the sugar bags from this and all that from that and whatever. So, but I had a whole bag of Glassies in my sugar bag, and I kept them in the garage. So, alone in the garage, I worked my hand through the floppy top cloth of my marble bag and squeezed whole handfuls of little glass balls, dribbling them on the pile in the metallic dark. I knew the crystal balls by heart. Swirls of cream and raspberries, here a wine red, here a buttercup yellow streaked with devil's grass. May, the marble season. I carried the sugar bag around the neighborhood after school, plopping it in backyards, calling for takers. We gouged holes with our heels in lawns, driveways, sidewalks, earth gutters. We scooped fistfuls of dirt with our hands, patted the edges of our holes with our fingertips. Closest to the hole shot first. Tucking my thumb against my curved forefinger, I nubbed the sweet rolling Glassies into the hole, every one. I never lost. I was Midas Junkins, the glassy king. One day Dickie Mallar walked up from Blue Ridge Road and stood in the street outside my house. "You got any Glassies?" "Sure." "You want to play?" He dug 10 giant purees out of his pocket. He'd roll against everything in my bag. And one by one, he fingered them in the late afternoon sun. Blue bachelor buttons, orange poppies, copper green lily pads. The colors were so rich, my belly churned with a lover's passion. Mallar kept throwing them. Candle wax black, burnt pumpkin belly black, the black eyes of the new girl on her on her back in the field, staring sideways. Mallar rolled them all and lost every one. When it was over, his risky debonair ways puzzled me. "What's a Glassie?" he said, and walked home in the dark. I felt cheated. I had everything in the bag. I stashed my Glassies in the garage. Behind closed doors, I fingered them in the dark.